Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. My name is Jackson Bonganyi. This week on the Red Carpet, we look at some of the top Nigerian artists that were nominated for the 2025 Grammy Award. Malian singers Amadou and Mariam talk about the secret to their longevity in marriage and music. And we visit a media outlet in New York City run by immigrants for immigrants. Those stories and more right here on the Red Carpet. Let's go. Nigerian artists are leading the pack in this year's Grammy category for Best African Music Performance, with Afrobeats superstar Burna Boy and Asake back in the spotlight. Burna Boy's hit song Higher and Ashake's collaboration with Wizkid on MMS are both nominated. Davido received a nod for his part in Chris Brown's track Sensational, joined by Loj with his first Grammy nomination for the same song. Yemi Alade celebrates her first solo nomination for Tomorrow, and Tems' track Love Me JJ rounds out the list. Tems stands out as the only African artist with multiple nominations across global categories, as her debut album Born in the Wild is up for Best Global Music Album alongside Rema's sophomore album Haze. Tems also snagged a spot in Best R&B Song for Burning. In the Best Global Music Performance category, Beninese legend Angelique Kidjo received a nomination for her track Sunlight to My Soul, a collaboration with the Soweto Gospel Choir. Ghanaian reggae icon Roque Dawuni also secured his second nomination in this category, marking his fourth Grammy nod overall with his song Rise. Meanwhile, Nigerian-American breakout artist Shabuzi made waves with 5 nominations. He's up for Best New Artist, Song of the Year, and Best Country Solo Performance with his viral track, A Bar Song, Tipsy, which also scored a nod for Best Remixed Recording thanks to the David Guetta version. Shabuzi's collaboration on Beyoncé's Spaghetti earned him a nomination for Best Melodic Rap Performance as well. Malian singers Amadou and Mariam have been singing together for 50 years. The married duo, known as the Blind Couple from Mali, produces music that mixes traditional Mali sound with rock guitars and other global instruments to produce music that has been referred to as Afro blues. During their recent stop in Virginia on their US tour, they sat down for a chat with VOA Music Time in Africa host Heather Maxwell about their music and their secret to their longevity.
Do you have a love song about your love story?
We have a lot of love songs about our love, yes, because we started with that. Because after being at the Institute for the Young Blind to raise awareness for people about problems that the disabled were facing, we started singing love songs for ourselves. But then people started knowing them in Europe with Je pense à toi, especially, and other songs also like Chanter, Chanter, like Jaimba. There are a lot of love songs we sing.
Have things improved for you since you were younger in Mali in terms of access to technology and education?
It changed a lot, in fact.
It changed a lot, actually. First of all, the attitude toward disabled people by the public and by parents. But we escaped that.
That's true.
We had parents that loved us, who adored us, who did everything to put us in the best conditions. But outside of that, we also had true, reliable friends. Friends who took us everywhere we wanted to go and who went around with us all the time, so we weren't marginalized.
What do you like most about performing on stage?
For me, what I love the most about being on stage is hearing people applauding and singing with us. When I hear a lot of noise, that energizes me to sing. I really love that.
And from a different angle, when we get on stage, we already hear people. But before we start singing, we always ask, how is everybody doing?
Ça va bien?
Are you okay?
Thank you, everybody.
The Lagos Fashion Week drew both local and international fashion designers to Nigeria's bustling commercial capital. The event showcased an impressive range of classic and innovative designs. Omoyemi Akelere, the founder of Lagos Fashion Week, highlighted the designers' commitment to their roles within the fashion ecosystem.
We see our role within the ecosystem as catalysts, For us, community is the starting point of the creative process. And we believe that, when the garment and apparel value chain is functioning effectively, it contributes significantly to so many things, like socioeconomic development, in terms of job creation, wealth creation.
The event featured runway shows and presentations featuring new season collections from designers. One of the attendees was Anita Akide, a Nigerian social media influencer.
Yes, I love the fact that everybody came in their own element and in their own style, because fashion is very broad and can never be narrowed. So I love the fact that we got to see different design from different people, different hairstyles, different outfit. Everything was given 11/10 minus nothing.
In recent years, Lagos Fashion Week has also become a springboard for emerging talent, encouraging young designers to experiment with form, color, and social commentary. Tite Matite is a fashion designer.
It's nice to see fresh things on the runway. I'm here to support some of my friends. A lot of innovation and creativity. It's nice to see what people have, worked towards and put their energy towards. So it's always nice to come and support and just see what's new and what's fresh.
In New York, a media outlet run by immigrants for immigrants uses messaging apps to engage with communities on elections, crime, and local issues. Liam Scott and Christina Caicedo have the story.
In a busy street in Chinatown, April Xu heads to her next assignment for the immigrant-focused news outlet Documented. Originally from Wuhan, China, Xu now covers immigrants who, like her, make New York City their home.
Covering some important issues or topics related to Chinese immigrants or Chinese community in New York City.
To connect with audiences, many of whom have limited English, Xu uses the WeChat social media app. It acts as a two-way street, she says.
We communicate with them, and we also, receive input or inquiries from them, which will in turn to inspire us for more content and stories.
Xu also gets out into the community, covering meetings like this one in Chinatown 5th Precinct. Here, residents talk about concerns and receive data on crime.
Public safety or crimes are the top issue they concern most about.
Dedicated coverage for and about immigrants is the mainstay of Documented. The media outlet is run by and for those who make up New York's estimated 3.1 million immigrants.
We pride ourselves at Documented in being able to not just write about immigrants, but to write for them and with them.
Recently, that focus has been on elections. Documented works to bring the national conversation around policy to a local level, all while debunking false claims on the campaign trail.
So we just try and stay focused and consistent in the work that we're doing. We know that the national attention kind of goes up and down, but we really try and maintain our focus and really serve in the communities that we want to reach.
Most of the team are immigrants, so they understand the complexities of issues important to their communities. That was the idea behind the media outlet, says Sidamet. Originally from Sudan, he worked for mainstream media before helping found Documented in 2018.
One of the areas that was a bit different, that we actually wanted to do differently to how we'd been reporters previously, was that we wanted to actually create immigration reporting and news generally for immigrant communities, not just about immigrant communities.
To do that, Documented turned to the social media apps most used by the communities they cover to share content in English, Spanish, Mandarin, and Haitian Creole. Sidamet says their audience wants to be seen in the news in a positive way, and Documented helps them be seen and heard. With Liam Scott in New York, Cristina Caicedo-Smith, VOA News.
Amadou Omari and Rashid Omari, the visionary brothers behind Momo Pencils, are redefining sustainability with their eco-friendly, durable pencils made entirely from newspapers. As co-founders, they offer a unique glimpse in their innovative manufacturing process, walking us through the 9 intricate stages that transform newspapers into high-quality pencils. Along the way, they share the triumphs and challenges of their 5-year entrepreneurial journey, driven by their mission to create a lasting legacy.
When you are done reading the newspaper, Mahmoud and Rashid Omar see a new beginning. The brothers, Mahmoud, an advertising expert, and Rashid, a specialist in clearing and forwarding, retired from their careers to launch Momo Pencils in Machakos, Kenya, where they transform recycled newspapers into eco-friendly pencils, says Mahmoud.
My partner came up with the idea and said that one of my co-founders said, you know, we can make pencils from newspapers. And it was a novel idea at that time. And we said, okay, I didn't know it was possible, but after we did our research and everything, we realized it's possible.
After extensive research, Mahmoud and Rashid traveled to China for training and brought specialized equipment needed to launch their pencil-making business. 5 years later, Momo Pencils founder say they can now produce up to 1 million pencils per month. It takes just 2 newspaper pages to make 3 pencils with 0 waste, using a 9-stage process to create the final product.
We paste the insert. We put the lid onto the newspaper and roll it through the machine to get the cylindrical shape.
The pencils are laid out to dry in the sun. After drying, they are polished with sandpaper, followed by edge cutting. A finishing film is then applied, adding various appearances. Finally, the pencils go through the last stages of production.
Once we've done that, we go to the next, where we take it to the shrinking machine. Shrinking machine is where you bind the film onto the pencil. From there, we take it for sharpening. And then the last stage is packing.
Momo Pencils employ around 50 people and attracts most of its customers through its official website. Mahmoud says many customers are intrigued by the uniqueness of the recycled newspaper pencils and how they offer from traditional wooden pencils.
The difference is when you look at the aspect of the innovation, which is recycling, we are using newspapers instead of wood. Number 2, if you look at the quality, it's long-lasting and durable. And number 3 is a product made in Kenya.
Despite the frequent economic challenges, Mahmoud and Rashid say they remain determined 5 years in to make history with their pencils. They say they hope to build a strong foundation for the future.
Thanks for watching VOA's Red Carpet. I'm Jackson Vunganyi. For more entertainment news, remember to check us out at voaafrica.com. We are also on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye everyone.